Okay, the first thing we're going to cover are some enhancements to the attendance panel and the sign-in screen options. We've got a member about to scan in right now. Her name is Annette Hauser. Hey Annette, how's it going? Good to see you. And as soon as Annette scans her key tag, her name is going to pop up right here on the Today's Attendance panel. And there she is. Something you might have noticed already, the time that each person scans in is no longer displayed next to each person's name. Instead, what you're going to see is the time in 15-minute intervals. So you see all these people scanned in right here between 3:45 and 4. These two scanned in between 3:30 and 3:45. These scanned in between 3:15 and 3:30. Time right now is just a few minutes after 4, so you'll see this was started in U category here for Annette. Now, not having the time next to every member's name gives you a few advantages. First of all, there's more space on every line, so you see some of these longer names like Patricia Hernandez are all showing up. There's no cutoff here. In addition, there's some extra space on the left here, and we've added more status flags. For example, take a look at Annette. She's got a red dot and a red flag next to her name. Now, what do those mean? Well, let's find out by clicking on her name, and this is going to bring up a new feature in iGoFigure version 3.6. Take a look. Now, this is what we call the Quick Membership Details view, and this has a summary of some of the most useful information from all of member records in one quick screen for you. For example, you can see that on this screen we can see the member's name, her birthday, when her weigh and measure day is, and oh, by the way, today is the 15th, today is Annette's weigh and measure day, and you'll see that's the reason for the red flag. There's a little legend here telling you this flag was next to her name because it's her weigh and measure day. Annette, you're going to get weighed and measured today, right? Good for you. Jane, make sure Annette gets weighed and measured today. Don't forget, don't let her leave. All right, I'm just joking, but actually a lot of the facilities that have been using version 3.6 so far tell us that they really love this feature. They tell us that now, since the staff can tell when it's a member's weigh and measure day, a lot more weigh and measures are actually getting done. And of course, as I'm sure you know, when weigh and measures gets done, that helps the member ensure that they're achieving the results they want. And when members get the results that they want, they stay at your facility longer, so it helps your attrition. So we hope that you'll appreciate this new feature where the staff can now see on their screen when it's a member's weigh and measure day, when it's their birthday, based on that little red flag. Here's a summary of the member's attributes. You'll see that Annette is a type 2 diabetic, and it's in red, and that's the reason that there was the red dot next to her name. And of course, you see right there, if I click on it, it still brings up the notes, and I can still see exactly the notes that were entered next to every attribute. She's also a student. Here we have some of the details. We'll see every membership, its current status, the last date on which she attended, her total attendance. Look at that. Annette's got 240 workouts. Good job, Annette. And right here it also says remaining sessions. What in the world does that mean? You'd think Annette can scan in and work out as many times as she wants, right? Well, that's a brand new type of membership that's now available in 3.6, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. Now at the bottom you will see specific activity related to this sign-in. You see Annette just scanned in for her check draft membership at 4:05 and 17 seconds p.m. So if you do really want to see the exact hours and minutes and even seconds that the member scanned in, just click on their name and it brings up this quick detail screen and you will see that. Here's another new feature in 3.6. I can assign an employee, a specific employee to every member for every membership for when they work out. So for example, if for any reason Annette is on personal training or for whatever reason just prefers to do her workouts with Betty, I will just choose Betty, and then every time she scans in, I will see that the assigned employee for this member, for this membership, is Betty. You can also print a receipt, and that's pretty neat. Watch what happens when I click here on print. It brings up a printable receipt. You'll see it includes the member's name, membership, total attendance, the assigned employee, the specific date and time, and even their picture. This is really great because sometimes members would like a receipt that they've worked out, especially if they are on a reimbursement program where an employer or somebody else is reimbursing them for their membership if they can prove their attendance. Some of the daycare facilities that are now using the iGoFigure software print this check-in receipt every time that one of the kids scans in for daycare, and they print it on those little sticky papers, and they then attach it to the arm or the back of the child's clothing, and that way they print an instant ID identification badge for every child who was in the facility at the time. And you'll also see that if for any reason this was an accidental scan in for the wrong member, you can just click here on remove and it removes that attendance. Now some of you may remember in previous versions of GoFigure, when you clicked on a member's name from the attendance panel, it took you straight to their member record. And if you want to go to their member record, we still have a way for you to get there very quickly. You see where it says view member record, I will click right here, and that brings me to the full member record. Now, if for any reason you don't like this new handy-dandy pop-up, you can get rid of it. In other words, if you want it so that when you click on a member's name, it takes you directly to their full member record, let me show you how easy that is to do. I'm going to click on Annette's name here again, and when this quick detail screen comes up, I'm just going to put a check mark right here where it says, don't show this again. And this applies from now on, not just for this specific member. So when I click on OK, take a look at what happens if I now click on Annette's name or anybody's name. Let's click on Maria's name. You will see that it brings me directly to her full member record. It does not go to that quick detail screen. Now, by the way, if you do that by mistake, or if one of your employees does that by mistake and you actually liked that and you want to bring it back, it's no problem. It's very simple to do that. Let me show you how. From the main menu, right here, I'm going to go to More Options menu and Business Defaults. And it is on the second to last tab here at the end, this green Settings tab. And all I have to do is click on Edit, and you see there's a checkbox right here. Don't show member attendance panel pop-up. Well, I'm going to uncheck that, so now it will show the member attendance panel pop-up. And you'll see that when I click on Save, now if I try to go back to somebody's record, let's go to Annette's record this time. I'm going to click on Annette's name. And sure enough, it's right back to bringing up her quick details screen. Okay, let me show you one other thing that's new, and that is some sign-in screen options. From the main menu here, I'm going to go to button 14, sign-in screen options, and that we've added a new tab right here at the end. It's called the Settings tab, and you'll notice that all of these items can be selected or deselected to appear on the sign-in screen or the screen that your member sees. And just by checking or unchecking any of these options, these things will now appear or not appear on the sign-in screen for all members when they sign in.